I'm Amanda Siebe. This is a district I was raised in. I spent most of my life here. I went to Raleigh Hills, Jesuit, Whitford, Western Oregon University. And I thought I was going to serve my community as a firefighter and EMT. I didn't think that politics was really in the plans for me. And then I got hurt at work, and I saw how all those programs that should be there to protect injured workers and the disabled just aren't. So I'm trying to run to be a voice for the disabled, the patients, the injured workers, the healthcare workers, the caregivers, all those that have been traditionally left out by our society. It's time that they had a voice. While we fought for other communities, they've been left behind, and that's why I'm running.
So, hey everyone. So my name is Ricardo Barajas, but I go by Ricky. Like Heidi mentioned, this is a solid Democratic base district. I ran in 2018 for the same reason we're talking about right now. If you have no challenger, there's no democracy. I feel there should be no one running uncontested because we have options out there. And I'm glad we have Amanda and Heidi and myself who are speaking up about new progressive issues and policies, things that we plan and want to accomplish in Congress, and things that we've seen. We all have a different, we all had a different method of reaching out to voters, calling, texting, and even in person. So we all heard their concerns. We all heard the change they're looking for. So like Heidi mentioned, this is democracy. We have three great candidates right in front of you who really want to make a change in Washington. We don't want to go there and get rich. We don't want to go there and just be there for 10 years and not pass the baton. We want to do what's right for our people, pass the baton for the next generation to lead. So I'm glad that I'm here with these two lovely ladies, talk about progressive issues, progressive platform. And again, your voice matters. So if you vote for any one of us, that's amazing. But don't just throw away your vote for an incumbent because that's the thing to do. We have options.
Awesome. So this is my first time running for any elected office. My first job, however, was in politics. I was a legislative aide when I was in high school. Excellent experience. I learned about how to write legislation at the state level, at least, and learned about quite a few things about how politics works, both the good, the bad, and the ugly. So I'm not necessarily new to the political field, but definitely gotten more involved again recently. I do have a degree in politics, so I was an activist at UC Santa Cruz. I started a local ACLU chapter there. I also was involved in Students Against War. A lot of things were going on during that time, with the Iraq War that I did not like. So we were involved in some activism as well. After I graduated, it was, basically the worst economy that's existed. As both Ricky and Amanda know, we're about the same age. I'm 36 and I believe they're both 35. Mm-hmm. So when we were supposed to be starting our careers and, getting things going in our lives, the economy that we were promised just didn't exist. Yeah. Things were crashing and there was a massive recession, and our degrees didn't necessarily, provide us with the life that we thought was going to happen. So I decided not to continue my education. At that time, I was going to go to law school, and I actually decided to go and teach English abroad in Taiwan. And I became an educator for the better part of a decade. I've had so many different jobs because frankly, I've needed to. As a teacher, you have to work multiple jobs to make it, and you see it now. I was actually a teacher in San Francisco and a Lyft driver in San Francisco, which is a very common thing these days for teachers to be Lyft drivers and gig workers and have, another job on the side, which is sad. So that's something that I've experienced. I actually went back to school a couple of times. I'm a master's, and then I got a PhD. Got accepted to a PhD program rather. I ended up leaving that PhD program, and I went to work for Tesla, which was quite a different turn in my life. I was actually working on a production line. So, making battery modules for a Model 3 and working in line with robots, watching robots next to us being able to do the exact same jobs that humans were doing. And I saw the effects of automation. The fact is that millions and millions of jobs are subject to automation in the US and the world coming up in the coming decades, and we don't really have a plan to address that yet. So when I heard of, Andrew Yang and his message of, universal basic income, I got very involved. I became a volunteer for his campaign. I loved his message. And when he left the race, I know that a lot of us are disappointed when we have progressive challengers such as ourselves that run at a high level and they have to suspend their campaign or drop out because they just can't make it due to the political forces that be. So I decided I would run for Congress on a humanity first message and a message of universal basic income, universal health care, and making our democracy work for everybody, because I really like that about Andrew's campaign and, the other campaigns that unfortunately had to suspend, such as Bernie Sanders and Tulsi Gabbard and other people that I admire as well. So I'm here as just like Ricky and Amanda to, let you guys know that democracy still works.
What's so amazing is that, we each have amazing ideas on our own, but together, when we come together, it becomes so much stronger and so much more awesome. And we're going to make such an amazing team, no matter
absolutely
what happens.
Absolutely. Thank you guys. Yeah, I've learned so much from just barely working with you, and I'm very excited to continue to work for the betterment of our district and our country together, and stay active no matter what happens. We're going to remain activists and we're going to work together to make things better. So I just think that's beautiful. And yeah, I can start, or I can wrap it up for us. Yeah, so tonight we've learned a lot. We've learned that we have three amazing, not just nominal, not nominal at all, in fact, and interesting competitors to the Democratic incumbent in District 1. Not only do we have excellent policy ideas and, unique perspectives, but we're also willing to work with people. We've shown that we're willing to work with people that have different viewpoints, and come together and figure out ways that we can help everybody, help not only our communities, but help the entire country. And I personally think that that's what representation is about. We're a democratic republic. That means that we get to vote and we get representation. So the representation part is very important. In our Constitution, it lays out certain standards for our representatives, and they made it very easy, actually, a low level of entry to become a representative. And we've forgotten about that. We've suddenly thought everybody needed to be a wealthy attorney or, a judge, or that they needed to rise from local politics up to state and then federal. But that is not what our founding fathers intended. Our founding fathers wanted people like myself and Amanda and Ricky to be able to represent the people of their districts. And that's why they wrote the laws in the way that they did. And I am very proud to be on the ticket with Amanda Siebe and Ricky Barajas. And I think that any of us would make an amazing representative for our district. And I know that we would fight for the real people and not just our corporate overlords.
Well said, Heidi.
So thank you everybody for watching. If you're still here for this lovely long town hall, we've been meaning to do this for a while. And if you catch the recording, then amazing. We hope that you vote your conscience, you vote for who you think would be the best representative if you're in District 1. And either way, come and find us. My website's Heidi2020.com. What's yours, Amanda?
www.cb2020.com.
And Ricky, what's your website?
My website is Barajas for Congress. However, the FOR is the number 4. So Barajas for Congress.
Okay, awesome. So find us, support us in any way that you can. If you want to donate to our cause, if you want to volunteer, if you just want to follow us on social media and boost our posts, we'd really appreciate it. It's tough being a grassroots candidate. We don't have the resources that other people do. We don't have millions and millions of dollars. So we really appreciate your support and you taking us seriously. And we are not nominal. We are large and we are a lot more than interesting, and we're coming. So thank you guys so much for joining us. You have a wonderful evening.